Yo, 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 what it is. Welcome to another episode of GOAT Talk. GOAT Talk Live coming to you. This is episode number 6, man. Hope you're having a blessed week, staying safe out there, man. It's been a storm over our nation. So hope you and your family is safe, man. You got everything you need. Hey man, and man, hope y'all been enjoying this NBA season. Without further ado, man, I want to get into the segment right away, man. I ain't even gonna play with it. Quarter number one, I just want to talk about the scoring in the NBA, man. It's been a lot of scoring in the NBA lately, man. This season, this has probably been one of the season, the most scoring I ever seen in my life in any NBA season. We've had multiple guys score 40, 40-point game, 30-point games. I think you got about five to seven guys averaging almost 30 points a game in the NBA right now, and I think that's the most it's ever been. So I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just like guys are actually getting better. The league has just got a lot of better talent. I don't know if it's a combination of talent plus a heavy emphasis on rule changing to create more offense. I don't know what it is, but these guys, you can't rig guys going out there scoring points. I mean, these guys putting in the work and they going out there getting it done. And it's like it was clear to say like who was the best player. You could say, hey man, this guy averaging 30 points a game. But when you looking at shoot 5, 6 guys averaging 30 points a game, man, it's really like, dang, who the best out here? You're gonna have to wait and see whoever in the championship. So Donovan Mitchell went for 71 points, man. If y'all ain't checked that out, man, check them highlights out on NBA.com or YouTube and look at it. What was so historical about it was the fact that Cleveland was down and they needed every bit of those 71 points for them to win. And that was just a historical game from Donovan Mitchell. He's not a big guard. He's small, but he different out there, man, and he's showing the league that like he has a chance and opportunity to be, if not one of the best, but the best ever. So that was, excuse me, that was good for him to and the Cleveland Cavaliers to drop 71, and even looking at where he at in the season, man, where he at in the standings, man, that's a good look for them. So that was a good game from Donovan Mitchell, man. And it's gonna be more of that where it come from. Then, on top of that, man, my Warriors been playing a little better. Clay actually came through and dropped 54 points. Like I be telling people, man, like you can't sleep on Clay. This dude can come through and drop 40. He could drop 50. He could go for 60, and that's a problem when you got Clay being able to do that, and then you got Steph and what he bring to the table. So I'm interested to see what the Warriors put together, man, when Steph come back. And man, that was a dynamic game from Clay. Then you had LeBron James go for 40 twice. If I'm not mistaken, he did it in the same week. He went for 40. So LeBron James go for 40, and he did it against my Charlotte Hornets, man. On one of them, he had like 43 on us. We could have got that win. Terry Rozier came through with a great game. Uh, but we just didn't have enough, man. He always beat us when he come to Charlotte, man. That's crazy. Him and Steph always beat us. But LeBron at age 38 dropped 47 on his birthday, then turned around and dropped 43 on the Hornets, man. Like within the same week. That's crazy. Then you got Luka going crazy. You know what I mean? Not too long ago had a 60-point triple double. First time ever in NBA history, 60 and 20. And I forget how many assists, but that's crazy. He been playing outstanding. Then he go for 50 most recently. So I just named four guys that don't win over 40 already in this season. And there's more than that, but I just named four. And then you got Giannis, who's arguably the best player in the NBA right now, dropped 55. Dropped 55 points, man. Dropped 55 points. We're going to talk about him a little bit more a little later. But I just want to know your thoughts on that, man. What do you think about the NBA right now and where is it standing with all this talent we got in the NBA, all of this offense, all of these guys putting up 40, 50, 60-point games. I mean, like it ain't nothing. It's time to really talk about them extending this all-star roster to about 15 guys, man. 12 guys is not legit when you think about the talent that's in the NBA right now. We really need to get that up to about 15 guys per roster because you got some guys on there like Steph that may not even play due to injury. So it's time for them to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and if it's about the fans and about who people want to see, it's at least 30 guys in the NBA right now that's legitimately ready to be all stars, man. They all star caliber talent right now. It's 30 guys in the league, and that's real good. Saying that it's only think it is like 30 teams in the NBA, so that's a good look. 30 or 32, one of them, I can't remember. So that's good, man, for the NBA. This, I don't have no issue with the scoring. Yeah, it is 30 teams in the NBA. I don't have no issue with the scoring, so I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Seeing all this scoring in the NBA. What's your thoughts on it? Do you like that scoring, like the scoring going on? You like seeing guys go 40, 50 point games? If your team ain't doing good, that's at least something to root for. That you got a guy on your team that could drop 50. I know with the Hornets, man. I know Terry Rozier. He could drop 50. He could drop 45. You know what I'm saying? But we need a little bit more help. We need a little bit more help out there on the real. You know what I'm saying? So every team got a guy on their team on their roster that could drop about 40 points at least. I mean, dudes dropping 30 like it's 15. It's a lot of guys out here dropping these buckets out here. So what you think about the NBA and all these guys dropping all these points, man? Chime in on the comments or anything, man. And like I say, come through and share what you want to hear me talk about, man. Let's move on and get ready for quarter number two. We're gonna keep it moving. I want to talk about this MVP race. MVP race is getting real healthy, man. So I mean, like when it comes to MVPs, like, do you look at who averaging the most points, like who's the best player on the best team at the moment? What for you? What comes into play for me? I like to say you got to be the best player on your team. You know what I'm saying? And your team has to be, uh, if not the best, one of the best teams. But I prefer your team be the best team in the NBA. So we just gonna look at a few names. These are the top 10 guys leading and scoring right now, and I don't know exactly where they're standing at in the MVP race because that's done by media and coaches, I believe. But just for the sake of conversating, man, a lot of people got Luka Doncic leading in the MVP race. He's averaging 34 points a game, 8 rebounds, and pretty much 9 assists. And that's a good look for him. His team is sitting currently at number 4 in the West, and that's a good improvement for Dallas because I didn't expect them to be this far up. And I mean they could go as far as Luka could take them, but honestly, like I think number 4 for them is a good achievement, and that's probably as far as they gonna go because I think those top three, if anything, Denver Nuggets can fall down to number 3, and maybe Dallas can move up to number 3, or shoot, I'm looking for Golden State to move all the way up. So it's only two teams in the top 4 that I feel like gonna stay. And with Luka leading in the race at 34 points a game, he's the clear favorite to be the MVP as we approach the third quarter of the NBA season. Then you got Joel Embiid averaging 33.5 points a game. Um, he's averaging 9 rebounds, 4 assists. So we know that the 76ers can't go nowhere without him. But they sitting in the fifth spot, and unfortunately, man, you ain't gonna get no MVP if your team's sitting at number 5. So they need at least for him to get the MVP at 33 points a game. They need to get to that number 1 spot. That's how I feel, man. He need to get to that number 1 spot. Then you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, who I believe is possibly gonna be the MVP this year. He's averaging 33 points a game. Uh, then he averaging 9 rebounds, 11 rebounds. One of them, I gotta make sure I got that right. But he balling. Giannis Antetokounmpo averaging uh, 31 points a game right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they sitting at number 3 in the East, and then he's number 3 in scoring. So he is the clear favorite for me to be the MVP. Even though Luka leading right now, he's a clear favorite. Then you got Shy, Gilgeous-Alexander, uh, his name in the mix, but his team, they not good. You know what I mean? They sitting down at number 12, so ain't no MVP going that way. Jason Tatum, team is the number 1 in the East. I don't think they're gonna stay right there. His name in the MVP race. Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying? His team sitting up there number 2. They currently the hottest team in the NBA right now, so he's a clear favorite. Donovan Mitchell making a name for himself. Of course, LeBron James in the mix, but his team got to get to the play-in. Trae Young, he's number 9 in scoring right now, but he number 9 in scoring right now. But Atlanta's sitting at number 9, so they got to improve a lot for him to be considered the MVP. And last but not least, you got Ja Morant at number 10, and he's another one that's a favorite. His team sitting number 2 in the West. I don't see why if they finish out at number 1, why Ja Morant can't be the NBA MVP. That'd be a good look for him. That'd be a good look for Memphis. So who your clear favorite? You know what I'm saying? Those are the top 10 guys leading in scoring. Not necessarily sure what their place is in the MVP race, but usually in the NBA, if you leading your team in scoring 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be in the MVP race. That's just how it is. So who your clear favorite for the MVP race? My clear favorite for the MVP race is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I could see him getting MVP number 3 this year. So that'll be a good look for him. And man, chime in, let me know what you think about that. So, like I say, I think he gonna be the clear favorite, man. Let's move on to quarter number 3. All right, quarter number 3. I want to talk about Giannis, and I want to talk about the hottest team in the NBA right now. So just a little bit more depth why I think Giannis is the clear favorite to get the MVP, man. He's third in points, third in rebounds. His team is number 3 in the East. He has 2 rings already. he just dropped 55 against the Wizards, who were making some noise. You know, the Wizards have been doing real good this season, and they've been falling most recently. They down to number 10. But Giannis, after his 55-point performance, he showed them and the whole NBA like it's levels to this thing we call basketball. There's levels to this game, and the way he played, the physical presence he brings to the game, uh, like he put his body on you, like it ain't too many people that could really guard him man to man and do something with him in the league right now. So everybody pretty much know his game. His handles has gotten better. Um, you could try to leave him open from a three, but every now and then he'll hit a three. His mid range is a lot better. His playmaking ability is a lot better. He's been improving every year in the NBA, and I don't even think we seen his peak. I don't really think he in his peak right now. I think he at least about three more years out of his prime. So 3 more years he'll probably be at his peak. So look, he is great, man. It ain't too many people that can stop him. So like I say, those are just some points of why I think Giannis is clearly uh number 3. I like the fact that he stayed with Milwaukee, got his ring with them, and he just been with them the whole time he been in the NBA. And I like the fact that the organization has done a good job with building around him, getting people that complement his game. That's really how it is in the NBA. You get a couple star players, you got to build around them and really get guys that's gonna complement their playing style. Get coaches that's gonna really draw up plays that's gonna make them shine. And I think Milwaukee, outside of Golden State Warriors, is probably one of the best ran organizations in the NBA, in my opinion. I like what they doing there. So Giannis is my clear pick, and he is one of my favorite players in the NBA right now too. I can't even cap on that. I love to watch him play because he just talented. He is my all time greatest power forward. Used to be Charles Barkley, but I'm putting Charles Barkley on the bench for Giannis, man. It ain't too many people that could do nothing with him. Like I could put Giannis at the 5. I could put him at the 4, 3. I mean, it don't matter, man. He is a problem on the floor, and I could use that on my team. So that's why he's my all-time favorite power forward. All right, the hottest team in the NBA right now is the Brooklyn Nets. As I shared last week, man, they won rolled in. They've extended their streak to 12 wins straight. Not only are they on a 12-game winning streak, but they had the best road record, which is 12-7. So right now, man, is uh, Brooklyn is really starting to perform like that championship team we all know they can be. I do think they could, what I'm saying, move their way up to the number 1 seed in the East right now because they're playing great. They 19-6 in the conference, 13-5 at home. Like I said, they 12-7 on the road, which is the best in the NBA. Last 10 games, they 10-0. They on a 12-0 win streak. They got a 6.676 win percentage. Uh, Kyrie and Kevin Durant been playing real good. So these guys are playing real good. Thank you for chiming in on Instagram, man. Appreciate your support, man. Hope you enjoy this content. So Kevin Durant and Kyrie has been playing real good, man. And I don't see why Brooklyn can't be the number 1 team. You know, I picked Milwaukee to make it to the NBA Finals way before the season start. You could look at my GOAT Talk takes on YouTube. I picked them a long time ago, and I'm still hanging on to them. As well as Golden State. Golden State a little far ways, but Milwaukee is sitting at number 3. They still have a good chance to make it. And last time that Brooklyn and Milwaukee played against each other in the finals, I'm not in the finals, but in the playoffs. Kevin Durant had his toe on a 3-point line, which made it to where they couldn't win the game. So I'm still choosing Milwaukee to come out the East. Uh, I don't think Boston is gonna be in that number one spot for long. I can see Brooklyn moving all the way up to that number one spot. And I have to say Brooklyn is the most intriguing team to me in the NBA, man. Just how they made their coaching move and how Vaughn has these guys playing great. They seem like they got good chemistry. They seem like they got all the noise out the locker room, man. They really starting to play basketball, and that's what we all want to see, man. We just want to see these guys hoop. We don't really want to deal with the political stuff. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see these guys play basketball and look like they doing that, and it look like they starting to have fun. And anytime you seeing guys in the NBA having fun, that is a good product, and we love that. So I like what Brooklyn doing. They are the hottest team in the NBA right now, and I do think within a week, this time next week, they'll probably be in that number one spot. So look, man, chime in, tell me what you think about the Brooklyn Nets. Is they legit or is they a pretender, man? Comment, chat, or whatever. Let's move on to quarter number 4, which is the last segment of GOAT Talk. And I want to talk about the standings. Just get a little snapshot of that. What we think teams gonna get juggled within this week. Uh, Man, the surprise to me was the Oklahoma City Thunder putting up 150 on the Oklahoma City Thunder putting up 150 on the number one seed Boston Celtics. Like that's crazy to me. That's why I say, man, like Boston got talent. They young, but man, it ain't easy to go to the NBA finals year after year after year after year after year. And when you go so young like Boston are, it's harder for a young team to make it back versus a team that's more uh have more veterans, been there before like a Golden State. Like these guys, man, you got egos that come to play, start being all stars, they become superstars. I mean, you got a lot of things that come into play for a team to actually repeat. I'm not counting Boston out just yet, but I don't really think they're gonna get back to the finals. Look, they got a long season to prove me wrong. But man, when you give up 150 points, now I mean everything decided in one game, but you give up 150 points to a young Thunder team who is 16 and 21, like, and you the number one team in the East. That's crazy. That look like a pretender to me. So I'm looking at the Western Conference right now, and you got the Nuggets at number one. You got Grizzlies at number two. You got the Pelicans at number three. Mavericks at number four. And you got Kings at number five. Clippers at number six. You got the Trailblazers at number seven. Suns at number eight. Warriors at number nine. And then the last spot belongs to the Jazz with the play-in. And I'm thinking Denver will probably hold on to that number one spot for another week. I don't think the top four is going to change. Um, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Mavericks, they going to stay in the top four for another week. The Kings have been a tremendous uh, team this season so far. I'm surprised with them being number 5 right now. So that's a good look for them. And then the Clippers at number 6. Uh, yeah, I think that's gonna stay the same for a little while. Trailblazers at number 7. I could see Golden State moving up to number 8. We need to do that. Suns moving down to number 9, and Jazz and the Timberwolves. That's a tough thing, man, to see who gonna make that. These bottom three teams at 10, 11, 12, and 13. That's almost like a play in itself to find out who gonna be at the number 10 spot because Really, the Lakers could be there, Thunder can be there, the Wolves could be there, and the Jazz can continue to stay there. I want the Lakers to be there, but man, they gotta play better. They on a 2-game win streak though, so the Jazz on a 5-game losing streak. So I could see them falling out of that spot this week coming up, and I'm gonna say the Lakers gonna move up to that number 10 spot, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say this week the Lakers gonna move up to the number 10 spot. Let's look at the East before we get up out of here, man. The Celtics is sitting at number 1, Brooklyn at number 2, the Bucks at number 3, Cleveland at number 4, Philly at number 5, Indiana at number 6, Heat at number 7, the Knicks at number 8, the Hawks at number 9, Wizards at number 10. All right, I think the Nets is gonna move up to that number 1 spot. The Bucks will be number 2. Celtics will come down to number 3. And that 3, 4, and 5 is gonna be a challenge because I could see Boston, Cleveland, and Philly really, really being in a tug of war for that number 4 spot. I feel like the top 3 teams. I know for the fact the top 2 teams in the East right now, in my opinion, is Brooklyn and Milwaukee. And that number three spot can be Philly one day, it could be Cleveland one day, it could be Boston one day. But if I had to choose who could be that number 3 spot, I like to see Philly in number 3, and I give number 4 to Cleveland, man. And Boston will move all the way down to 5. Then I could see Miami getting better and moving up to number 6. Indiana will move down to 7. Uh, Hawks can move up to number 8. Knicks will move down to number 9. Then you got the Wizards moving out completely because the Chicago Bulls, hopefully they get it together and move up to number 10. Ain't no way in the world with DeMar DeRozan, they should be down to number 11. I feel like if they don't get it together this season, man, he need to go somewhere else and play, man, and try to play for a championship. But you know, as long as he happy though, if he happy in Chicago, that's a different story. But man, if he trying to win, he got to go somewhere else. I don't know what the situation is with Lonzo Ball. We ain't seen him play. Shoot, we could count on our hands how many times he played with Chicago. So it's interesting to see like when he get healthy again, when if they gonna keep him or trade him. And for my Hornets, I feel like we fit to go down to that number 15. We need to go ahead and get Wembanyama. So that'd be good if we could get him. So then for the day, man, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 34. We got 12 games a night for the NBA. So it's a packed night today. And I'm gonna share with you just the games that I wanna keep an eye on. Of course, I wanna keep an eye on my Hornets going against Memphis, man. Dang. Gotta see Ja, man. Every time a star come to Charlotte, man, they drop 40 points on us. So I'm looking for a big night from Ja. Philly and Indiana should be a good game. Oh, the Suns and the Cavs should be a good game. Uh, Bucks and the Raptors, man, that ain't gonna be no good game. I'm looking for the Bucks to just have their way with that team. Uh, Bulls and the Nets, cause the Bulls is in a must-win situation. It's gonna be a good game at 8 o'clock. The Warriors playing Pistons. That's gonna be a decent game because the Warriors need to win. And the Kings and the Hawks, 2 young teams going at it. That's gonna be a good game. Lakers and the Heat. LeBron go back to Miami. That's always a good game. So it's gonna be some good games tonight, man. So y'all tune in, man, and check them games out tonight. And I hope you enjoyed this segment of GOAT Talk. This has been episode 6, and I look forward to doing this again next Wednesday at 12 p.m., man. Follow me everywhere at Will Bitterstock. You know what I'm saying? That's a snapshot of all my social media presences and channels I got on there. Please follow me at all of those names right there, at Will Stock, at Tron Fleet, at Eagle Eyes Watch, and at WB Ministry. If you are encouraged by my content, man, it's always encouraging when we see new subscribers, new likes, and new views, because they know we reaching the right people, and that's what it's about when you creating content. So hope you enjoyed this segment of Goat Talk. Listen, it's 2023, which is a double portion of Goat Year. So this is the year. It's gonna be the greatest year of all time, man. Step out and do something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. If you want to start a podcast or a channel, go ahead and do that, man. Because it's content gaps out here. Everybody can't reach everybody, but you might be doing something that can encourage somebody today, man. So look, jump out there and do what it is, man. Comment, follow, and until next.